In 1984, the Jacksons' Victory Tour was supposed to be the biggest music event of the decade. It featured the most famous man on the planet, Michael Jackson, fresh off the historic Thriller album. But behind the scenes, it was a disaster of biblical proportions. It was a perfect storm of ego, corporate greed, questionable promoters, and an artist who, in his heart, was already walking away. The tour was managed by none other than boxing promoter Don King. He treated a concert tour like a heavyweight prize fight, but the logistics of moving a massive production across the country were not the same as managing a single ring. The result? A PR nightmare. To increase tour revenue, Don King, Shelley Sullivan, and Joe Jackson devised a lottery system intended to deter ticket scalpers. Fans were required to mail in a specific form along with a $120 money order, which covered a mandatory block of 4 tickets priced at $30 each. These funds were then placed into a money market account, yielding a whopping 7% interest for the 6 to 8 weeks it took to conduct the lottery and process refunds to those who didn't win. With only 1 in 10 applicants expected to secure seats, the organizers anticipated generating between $10 to $12 million in interest alone from the surplus of unrefunded cash held in the bank account. While several of Michael's brothers were on board with the scheme, Michael strongly opposed it. Beyond the fact that $30 was significantly more expensive than concert tickets for other top artists at the time like Bruce Springsteen or Prince, the requirement to purchase 4 tickets simultaneously made them unaffordable for many of Michael's lower-income fans. This policy drew intense backlash from both the affected community and the media.
A lot of people are having trouble getting tickets. The other day I got a letter from a fan. Can you hear now? Okay. Are you sure? A lot of people are having trouble getting tickets. The other day I got a letter from a fan in Texas named LaDonna Jones. She'd been saving her money from odd jobs to buy tickets. But with the current tour system, she'd have to buy 4 tickets. And she couldn't afford that. So we've asked our promoter to work out a new way of distributing tickets, a way that no longer requires a money order. I've asked our promoter to end the mail order ticket system as soon as possible so that no one will pay money unless they get a ticket.
Despite the controversy, demand remained high. When ticket forms were published in local newspapers from the Kansas City debut, fans rushed to secure them, and some reports indicated that some people were even stealing the papers off of residents' lawns. Ultimately, the pricing strategy remained firm. During a press conference, King defended the $30 cost, asserting that the price was fair and you get what you pay for. Then came more corporate greed. The brothers were pressured into a Pepsi deal that Michael reportedly didn't even want, as he personally did not like the drink. As he was performing Billie Jean for the 6th take, a pyrotechnic charge went off prematurely behind him, causing sparks to set his hair ablaze. Although he continued the routine for a few moments, the fire soon intensified. His brothers and members of the film crew quickly intervened, using a jacket to smother the flames. Meanwhile, the audience assumed the incident was a planned special effect, especially since Michael maintained his composure. Michael was taken to Brotman Medical Center, where he was hospitalized for a short time to treat 2nd and 3rd degree burns, which caused damage to his nerve endings and hair follicles. Following his recovery, he returned to his professional commitments. In a show of gratitude, he directed the $1.5 million settlement he received from Pepsi in 1985 towards the hospital, funding the creation of the Michael Jackson Burn Center. Afterward, he made a point to visit the facility, where he spent time providing support to young patients who had endured similar trauma. The controversy wasn't just internal, it was systematic. Stadium boards frequently tried to block the tour, using safety concerns as a veil for their racial bias against the Jacksons' fan base. And as for the money, it was a disaster. Promoter Chuck Sullivan even put his family's NFL team, the New England Patriots, up as collateral. It eventually led to his financial ruin. He is said to have lost between $13 to $22 million and was forced to put the New England Patriots and Foxborough Stadium up for sale for a jaw-dropping $100 million. Successful entrepreneur Victor Kiem decided to jump on the opportunity, viewing it as a fun hobby that could maybe one day get him into Sports Illustrated. Following Victor's purchase of the Patriots in 1988 and his subsequent sale of the franchise to James Orthwein in 1992, the path cleared for the team's eventual owner, Robert Kraft. Robert's involvement began when he bought the bankrupt Foxborough Stadium, a strategic move he used to prevent the Patriots from relocating to St. Louis and to ensure they remained in the area. Because of Robert's influence, James found himself unable to move the team and decided to sell. Robert became the most viable candidate.
Gentleman, I'm about to introduce stepped up at a critical time. He understands what a football team means to this community, who, after league approval, will become the next owner of the New England Patriots, Robert Kraft.
In 1994, he finalized the purchase for $172 million, a record-breaking figure for an NFL franchise at the time. It is said that Robert displays a victory tour poster in his office as a lasting tribute to the journey he took to secure the team. If you think about it, Michael Jackson's reach goes way beyond anything imaginable. He's even part of the story that ensured the Patriots remained in New England. Had the team relocated, it would have significantly altered the trajectory of the franchise, shifted the regional identity of New England, and permanently changed the broader landscape of the NFL. By the end, the victory tour was anything but. At the final show at Dodger Stadium, Michael quickly stepped up to the microphone and announced it would be their last. He didn't make a scene, he just closed the chapter.
Listen up. I'd like to say this is our last and final tour. And I think this is our farewell tour. You all been wonderful. It's been a long 20 years, and we love you all.
The brothers were divided, the money was gone, but one thing was clear: the era of the Jackson Family Act was over, and the era of the King of Pop was officially about to begin. The tour's set list was mostly Michael's songs anyway. Sure, there were some Jackson Family hits thrown in there, but there was a heavy focus on hits from Michael's Off the Wall and Thriller albums. Actually, they did not even sing one song from the Victory album across all 55 shows. Some people even refer to the Victory Tour as the Thriller Tour. Michael was reportedly not too happy to be on tour with his brothers again, and he was ready to move on and really wanted to have a solo tour for the Thriller album. His mother, Katherine, is the one who convinced him to do the tour and was way more influential in his decision than the mainstream media ever gives her credit for. Was this the big victory Joe Jackson was hoping for, or do you think this tour was cursed from the very beginning?